Yes, people, welcome back to GNA TV. I hope you guys are well wherever it is that you may be around the world. Watford versus Chelsea, midweek clash, match week 14. We're here to go through everything you need to know. Head-to-heads, team news, which I think might be happening whilst we're live again, so we can do that. Our preferred 11 going into this game. The lines will be open as well for you guys to get involved. So all of that to come in your way as well. Make sure that you continue to smash that like button. Big up to Orion T, who said he's already subbed. If you're new here, do exactly what he's done. Sub to the channel on a road to 3.3k subscribers. But before we even move forward, you know what time it is. Let's cue that intro. Yes, people, welcome back to GNA TV. I hope you guys are well wherever it is that you may be around the world as always. And yes, we're back. GNA TV, normal time resumes, 12:45 or 1 p.m. stream for you guys. The last couple of days I've had to do late streams. I know it's probably mixed up a lot of people's times, even though GNA TV predominantly streams in the afternoon. Nothing changes there. However, there is one thing that I have to bring to your attention. This will be my last stream. This will be my last stream for 3 days. Don't panic. I'm coming back. I'm coming back. So I won't be able to do a reaction against Watford, but I am back Friday. So tomorrow won't be a stream from me. Thursday, there won't be a stream from me. But Friday, I'm back. And we are going to try and get a Premier League show in, or we're going to try and get the preview show of Chelsea versus West Ham or West Ham versus Chelsea. So Friday, it will resume to normal streaming-wise. This will be my last stream. I thought I'd give you guys that sort of update now so you guys know that if I've disappeared, it's not because of any other reason, that it's just because I'm going away with family, having a little 2-day break. So unfortunately, they want me to come away from streaming, spend a bit of time with the family rather than, you know, be streaming where I am there as well, which is fair enough. I think a break for me is probably needed, to be fair as well. So guys, over 20 of you here in already. Smash that like button. Let's get it up. Let's get them likes up, people. Let's see what people are in the chat. Concierge of Crime's in the house. Big up to Concierge of Crime. Andre is in the house as always. Big up to him as well. Sorry, I'm really thirsty today. Dying of thirst. Ray Allen's in the house. He says, I want 3 points. That's all. Yeah, we need a big response. It's a big game for Chelsea. And I know Watford are not in the greatest of form. I know that. However, we still have to turn up and we still have to get the job done. I'm going to give you my thoughts and feelings as to how I think we can do that. How do we beat this Watford team? The lines will be open as always. Big up to Undertaker CFC. Noah's in the house as well. Big up to you. Ads is in the house. He says, big up to my people in the chat as well. Like I said, there's nearly 30 of you here 3 minutes in. Let's just get them likes up, guys. Yeah, if every single person that's coming through subscribes and smashes that like, please share as well. And we'll get into it as well. All right, should we just delve into it? Should we start? Let me know in the chat what time Tuchel's doing his press conference, please. I'd like to know. Is it 1:30 today? Is it 2? Is it what? When is he meant to be doing his press conference? Because it probably happened while we're live, which works for me when I'm doing the 11. Big up, Jim. Up the Blues. Big up to Nick Blue in the house. I hope you're well, my guy. Big up to Ads. Starting lineup. We will be doing that. Starting lineup will come on a bit later on. Like I said to you, let's go through. We haven't had the confirmed team news, but I think we can kind of pull it together in our heads as to who we think is going to be out, who we think is fine, etc., etc. 1:25 is what I'm being told. So in about half hour's time, Thomas Tuchel is due to have his press conference in between our shows, as always. So yes, go and check it out. Yes, bring back that information here whilst we're doing the 11 around that sort of time as well. And we'll talk about what Thomas Tuchel's highlighted as well. People in the chat will let me know specifically what Thomas Tuchel is saying. Unfortunately, I can't do both. If I could, I'd stream it. But YouTube will do me. YouTube will do me if I do that. So I can't do that, unfortunately, guys. 1:30 is what Sean Chelsea's saying. 1:25 as well. Right, let's delve into it, right? Let's delve into it before Thomas Tuchel comes out. Let's try and put it together, what we think, who is available, who isn't available. Got a little article here. It says, Chelsea's Thomas Tuchel is expected to shuffle the pack for the Blues midweek Premier League encounter Watford at Vicarage Road. Sorry, I'm thirsty today. I'm fucking dry mouth. The league leaders are set to do without who we already know, which we can put together. Mateo Kovacic, still not available. N'Golo Kante, still not available. Ben Chilwell, as we already know, still not available. Now, that's confirmed that them three are out. We are still waiting for Thomas Tuchel to come out and confirm, since the Man United game, if there are any other injuries on top of that. Hopefully not. In terms of who could get an opportunity, who could start this game, Cesar Aspie, Andreas Christensen, could be starting over Trevor Chalobah and Thiago Silva. Both of these players, Aspie and Andreas Christensen, have not had that many minutes recently. Trevor Chalobah and Silva have started the last 3 games. So I think there will be a good... Bearing in mind we've got West Ham on the weekend as well. We have to remember, Saturday, 12:30, we've got West Ham, round the corner. I think there's a good opportunity, Wednesday to Saturday, that you will see a big shuffle. A big shuffle. I would be shocked if Thiago Silva plays Watford and West Ham, bearing in mind we just played the Man United game as well. I just don't see that happening. Big up to VJ in the house, says Hail. Big up to Sean, he says, no Alonso, please. Yeah, don't even get me started. We'll get into that a bit later. Reece James and Marcus Alonso are unlikely to be in danger of losing their places out wide, with Jorginho also set to hold a position. As you already know, we're missing Kovacic, we're missing Kante. Jorginho is going to probably have to play through this whole week. I don't see how you don't play him. He has to play. However, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, who I think had a poor game against Man United, may be swapped onto the bench. Maybe he's not. But then who comes in for him? We're going to talk about that a bit later on. But who comes into and replaces him? Because you do have Ross Barkley and you do have Saul Niguez. Now, if you were to ask me out the two who should play with Jorginho, all day it would be Saul Niguez. I think Saul Niguez, this would be a good game for him to come into. We can bring Ruben on second half, Barkley on second half. But if Ruben Loftus-Cheek is benched tomorrow, I'd rather see Saul Niguez there than Ross Barkley. Viewers, let me know in the chat what your thoughts are on that as well. Because there will be a shuffle. This is when the games start coming thick and fast. 7 games in December. 7 games in December. It's a lot of games to be played. Lots and lots of games to be played within that period. Hakim Ziyech and Callum Hudson-Odoi are also at a risk to be axed this midweek. Mason Mount potentially coming in. Kai Havertz, who was on the bench, potentially available. Christian Pulisic is another one who I thought played well when he came on against Man United. Could be given the opportunity to come in and start. Again, like I said a bit later on, I'm going to give you what I think Tuchel is going to do in terms of preferred lineups. Romelu Lukaku only played 10 minutes on the weekend. Probably could start this game. The other option you got is Timo Werner. Now, we know we didn't have the greatest of games against Man United over the weekend. However, it would not surprise me if maybe he still gets game time here as well. There's a possible lineup there of people that they think that might play. But in terms of injuries, it's only really the usual people. We will be missing Mateo Kovacic, N'Golo Kante, and Ben Chilwell. 3 players that, to be honest, are quite important to this system, or very important to this system, especially in the way that Chelsea play, how we like to set up and how we usually tend to like to do things as well. So it's going to be interesting stuff. But the one big thing that will happen, and I keep saying, is that you will find a shuffle. You know, they will have to maybe throw players in that have not had many minutes. You know, let's see what people are saying in the chat quickly as well. Big up to Jose CFC. Hope you're well, mate. Smash the like button like he says there. Sal, ? Maybe Sal. I won't lie, Sal. I won't lie. Let Sal play is what Neo's saying. I'd play Mason next to Georgie. Do you agree or do you disagree with Matt's comments there? From my personal opinion, playing Mason Mount next to Jorginho against Watford, for me, limits his game. I don't think you get the best of Mason Mount in that position. He could probably play there, don't get me wrong, if we had, like we have at the moment, loads of injuries. But I do think there's other individuals that can play there and maybe do a better job than him. I think Ruben, on his day, is better there. Saul Niguez, even though we haven't seen it properly yet, he can play there. Maybe this is a good opportunity to give him the chance. I don't want to see Barkley, is what Andre is saying as well. So that's fair enough. I hear that. Forward line, people saying Pulisic. Pulisic has to play. For me, he's one of the guys that will be definitely in my lineup, which we're going to be doing very, very shortly. I think Chelsea might drop points, is what VJ saying. Why would Chelsea drop points after on the back of drawing with Man United? This could be the game where the aggression's let out. This could easily be a 2-3-4-0. If we play like we did against Juventus and Leicester, there's no reason why we can't beat them. And I'm going to delve into how Chelsea are going to beat them and what they need to do soon as well. And if there's anything we should be worried about in terms of Watford. If Chelsea lose to Watford if Chelsea lose to Watford forget the Prem, yeah. Can't be losing to Watford, man. That's embarrassing. We can't. It can happen. Don't get me wrong. We can lose games. But losing to Watford, nah. That's not forgivable. That's not championship mould. That's not championship mould for me. Let's think of possibility of Lukaku and Pulisic playing together. I want to see it. I keep banging on about Lukaku and Pulisic combination. We haven't seen it yet. Who decides to play next to him? I don't know. Who decides to come in and play with them too? Could be a Mount, could be a Ziyech, could be a Cho. I personally would like to see Cho, but we would have to see. Tuchel will play a 4-2-3-1 against Watford. Mark my word, Trillis, why do you think Tuchel will play a 4-2-3-1? What makes you think that is the case? Listen, over 50 of you guys here, 11 minutes in. Hit the likes, guys. Let's get to that 50 likes mark. Subscribe if you're new as well, please. Big up to Football Star as well in the house. Sal is crap, is what Guliefu says. Yet from what we've seen so far, it's not been good. I agree with that. But there will be a shuffle. We do have West Ham on Saturday at 12:30. Do we have to think about using the depth that we have? All right, we're missing players in Kovacic and Kante, which limits that. But you still have the Ross Barkleys and Mount that could do a job there. Ruben, Sal Niguez. It's just who is he going to pick? I don't want to see flops Werner and Ziyech start. Fair enough. Benjamin the hat-trick. Pulisic, Ziyech, Cho, Mount start is what Trillis wants to see. Fair enough. I think Lukaku doesn't link well with Pulisic, but instead of Pulisic, he can play Ziyech. Why do you think that, Andre? We've not seen a link up of Lukaku and Pulisic yet. I don't think we can sit there and really say much. We saw a little bit, 10 minutes of it in the Man United game, and I wish they'd come on earlier. Because the one thing that I thought we did muck up in that game is Tuchel's decisions to make substitutions late. He made them well too late. You know, we could have won that game. And I think another 10 minutes on that game, I think we would have won. I really do think we would have won that game. Last year in this period, we lost to Everton and everything went downhill from the moment. And do you know what, Orient? Sorry if I pronounced it wrong. You're correct. Orient. I'm trying to say it right. Orient. Yeah, I want to get it right. But anyway, you're right, because this December period is so important. It's hugely important for Chelsea, because when people ask me, can Chelsea win the league? They can. But when people say, are you confident that it's done and dusted and we've done it? I'd say no. Because this December period is so important. The amount of points that you can accumulate, 7 games in the Premier League, and you've seen how quick if things can switch in the league. You only got to look at Wolves, for example. They were sitting in 14th, 15th, now in 6th. Same with Arsenal, 19th, 20th, now wherever they are. I think 5th. Things can change at the top of the league, and in 2 games, Chelsea could be 3rd. That's my point. So, yes, we can still win the league, but we have to hold the fort at the top. We have to go and win these games in December. You go and beat Watford. You go and beat West Ham. You go and beat Wolves. You go and beat Brighton. You go and beat Aston Villa. There's another 2. I can't think of the other 2 that are left to play in there. But, you know, they're the games that we have to go and win. All right, we can draw a game here and there. But if Chelsea come out of December, after Brighton on the 29th of December, top of the league still, by 3-4 points, going into the January period where they do play Liverpool, City, Spurs, then I will be confident, even going into them games. Because anything can happen. You know, as long as we get 19 points out of 21 through that period, anything between 17 and 21 points, we have to be around there. Anything lower, we give ourselves a problem. Because if you look at Man City's December period, it's good. they will win most of their games. They are not they are not dropping games. They're just not doing that. They will get a minimum of 19 points. I'll be shocked. They've got so many easy teams to play up against. Liverpool, on the other hand, are slightly tricky. Bit like Chelsea, a couple of games here and there that you may drop points against. They have got Tottenham in that period away. So December for me is the most important period. Get through January, where we have Liverpool, Spurs, and Man City. And then from February to April, we have got a nice run. We have got a very nice run of games. And if we can get to that period where we're still top at the end of Christmas, we maybe win, draw, or win, draw between the three, Man City, Liverpool, and Tottenham. Go into February still there to say 2 points, 3 points ahead of everyone. I think that we then win the league. Then onwards, there's nothing that tells me we won't win the league. But we have to hold it. We have to hold it. It's that important. I can't say it any clearer. Think it's a good game to experiment. So I try Sal at left wing back, Mount in midfield, and front three of Pulisic, Lukaku, and Ziyech. I do think the left wing back is an issue. I don't think Alonso's at the level that we need to get through this Christmas period and January period. I mean, Ben Chilwell is going to be out till end of January, Feb, at a minimum, and that's if he doesn't have to have an operation. I would look at January, potentially bring someone in, unless Tuchel can find a way to get a player to adapt to that position and play at a better level than Alonso, then cool. But if we can't do that and we haven't got them players to be able to do that, then we do need to start looking, because the one thing I always stress on GNA TV on this channel is how important our wing backs are. And you saw it against Man United. Heavily came down the right. You know, it made Cho's job a little harder as well down the wing because of the having Alonso there. All right, it will pass to him, but his movement's just too slow. It's too predictable. I know what he's going to do before he moves it. And that's a problem for me. That's more of a problem for me than most things at the moment. Big up to Simon as well. Have you seen that Chiesa has followed Chelsea FC on Insta, as well as a lot of Chelsea players, basically guaranteeing he's coming to CFC in the transfer window? In the January window. Really? Well, if that happens, what a player to sign. A player with ability, speed, and output. A player that can put the ball in the back of the net. If he does come in, there's got to be 1 or 2 players going out the door for me. Ziyech, maybe Werner, may have to leave. You know, it's peak, but they would have to leave because he will be playing off that right as an inside forward. You know, top player. We'll have to see. We'll have to see whether it's paper talk or not. We'll have to see. I think we play Spurs, City, and Liverpool in a row in a start of January. We have to get minimum 7 points. Pedro's right. You know, but Pedro, before we even get to that, we've still got to be top of the league. We can't be letting City leading or Liverpool leading the top. You know? Jem, do you think we'll sign anyone in January? I feel we should. Robert, I think we definitely need to look at the wing-back side of things, especially from the left. I just don't think we have the greatest of covers. And one of the things that may be a problem for us moving forward is that where Reece James and Ben Chilwell set the level so high because they play so well in them positions, the people that come in when they're not around, I don't expect them to be at the same level, but be there, be around that. The problem we've got at the moment is you've got Ben Chilwell and Reece James whose levels are here. Let's use one arm because one's higher here. And then Alonso's here. And everyone else, Aspie, when he plays there, is here because he's just not a natural wingback. And that affects the system. It affects our system massively, you know. We are going to open up the lines a bit later on for you guys to get involved. Give me your predictions. Give me your lineups, who you'd like to see. We are going to do our preferred lineup very soon, 20 minutes in, 60 of you here. Keep hitting them like buttons if you can. We've got the Tuchel press conference at 1:25 or 1:30. So while we're live, I'm sure we'll be fed a lot of information. If there's any other injuries, etc., we can then base it on the end of that and re-update the lineups a bit later on. Let's see what people are saying in chat before we do the next bit of what we're going to do. You don't know, Jim. They drew at home to Southampton and lost to Palace. Nothing a given. No, nothing is a given. But RC, I'm going to say it as clear as this. If we cannot beat Watford, then we don't deserve to win the league. That's the way I see it. We can't beat Burnley. We can't beat Watford. We don't deserve to win because I guarantee we'll create 25 plus chances. I guarantee we will make a handful of chances in this game. If we can't convert and take our chances, it's not because Watford have played better than us, because no team does. We dominate games. It's just because we're wasteful. So for me, we just don't deserve to win it. We're not ready. That's the way I see it. I'd say Cho, Lukaku, Ziyech, front three, Mount and Jorginho. All right, we're going to get into that. We'll get into it. Bear with me. We're going to jump into that. We're thinking of bringing Ian Matson back to Chelsea from his loan. That's an option. From Coventry, playing very well. Kantuka will elevate his levels and bring an ability, bring that ability up potentially. I haven't watched enough of the boys, so I can't say too much. It's time for us to be brutal with some of our attackers, Jim. Some just ain't Chelsea quality. Yes and no. I would agree that the performances that we've seen up to now are just not good enough from certain individuals. I do think at the same time we still got to see it through the season. There's a lot of games to still be played. There's a lot of points to still be won. December being a big example of that. January, big games. Things can change, and maybe a team of Werner starts scoring goals. Maybe a Ziyech starts creating. Maybe a Havertz starts contributing. Maybe Lukaku starts firing. It's still too early for me to sit here and say they just ain't Chelsea quality. And some people go, yeah, but you saw them last season. But last season for me was just a write-off. It was such a weird season overall. This is the first season where they've had a pre-season. They've come in. And I just think we need to assess it a bit later. It's just still too early for me to be slagging off players and stuff. But that's my opinion. We need a born finisher as well. Them being able to put in graft. And when I watch Lukaku, he barely presses. He's lazy. Lukaku is a finisher. Lukaku will put the ball in the back of the net, hands down. Do I think he's lazy? No. I just think that he still needs a bit more time in this system. He does need to adapt, for me, slightly, to the way that we play. He can't always be static. He can't just always think he can hold the ball up and people run off him because it's predictable. He needs to make that movement. I need to see more energy from Lukaku in games. But we'll see. As long as he's putting it in the back of the net, that's what he's been brought in to do. Big up to Josh CFC. I need Sal there for at least a game. Yeah, I hear that. I don't see why Soundingus doesn't start. If we can't beat Watford, then game over. Yeah. We've been saying maybe Werner starts scoring, etc. But how long is he just ain't it? Well, let's just go back. Let's just rewind a second here, because before he got injured, we were banging on about how we wanted him to start up front with Lukaku because we saw something that was actually working or was better than what we were seeing originally in terms of Ziyech and Havertz and whoever else. But for me, at the end of the day, with Timo Werner, I just don't think he's as bad as people say he is. I still stick by that. I do think he needs to score goals, and that's a problem. He's been bought to score goals. But at the same time, I just think that we have to give him a bit of time still. He might go. He might be one of the guys that goes. It wouldn't surprise me if he does. Don't get me wrong. But from my opinion, and it's not even just sticking up for him. It's more of I just feel sometimes he gets a lot of, a lot of headache, a lot of eyes stared at him when things go wrong with Chelsea. And if he's in that lineup, he's the one to blame. And it's not always the case, because when Cho's not putting balls in the back of the net and Ziyech is not playing as well as he thinks he is, and Ruben Loftus-Cheek is not being Ruben Loftus-Cheek, and he's just I don't know what he was doing in that Man United game. It was just a bit of everything for me. And for everyone to look good, everyone has to play well. You all have to be ticking. If everyone's playing well and that one individual's letting us down, it's a different story. But the Man United game, there was too many people that let us down in that game. Prior to the Man United game, he scored against Juventus, which is why probably he started the Man United game. And then he was injured. And then before he was injured, he was playing back-to-back against Malmo, scoring goals against Southampton. So I would say I don't know. I think we just need to just wait for a bit. That's all I would say. Man said Lukaku's lazy. What a stupid statement is what player will say. Jem, Pedro's Neves is right. Some of them aren't good enough with in their box. Nothing happens. Like how is why it is the Reece James and Chilwell have been better shooting technique than they. Yeah, well, like I said, Sha, I hear it. I do hear it. Can we get better, or can we look for better? Probably we could. Do we need to give them time still? I think we do. I don't think we can do much at the moment about that. We need to see improvements. If they don't improve, then they have to go. It is what it is. It is what it is. ZH, Werner, whoever it is that's not performing well enough, go. Chiesa comes in, baller, good player. I'm up for it. Big up to Daniel in the house. Don't know why he's laughing. He's always laughing. D Stretch says, big up my brother Jem. Big up the chat. Big up to everyone. Nearly 85 of you here already, guys. Smash the likes. We have got Tuchel's press conference at 1:25. We are going to do what we think Tuchel's going to do line up. If anything changes and he comes out and says this one, that one's injured, then we'll switch it then. But as from now, we know that Kovacic is not fit. We know that N'Golo Kante is not fit. We know that Ben Chilwell's out. You know, there will be a shuffle. There will be a complete shuffle of the team for me, especially with West Ham around the corner as well. So expect a lot of changes in this game. Let's go through it. Let me just read out the one more comment. Reece James needs to play at front, James. Tell me about it. He's a beast. He's a hybrid. Keep saying it. He's a hybrid, man. He's absolute hybrid. For me, Werner and Ziyech have until the summer to prove me wrong. Otherwise, see you later. We can't settle for mediocrity. We're not Arsenal or Spurs. I get that. I 100% get that. We'll have to wait and see. Like I said to you, I'm not in no rush to say get them out the door now. I just think we have to wait and see what happens. There's not much we can do at the moment other than see if they find a way to play together and they start playing to the best of their levels. If they don't, you're right. Chelsea set higher levels. We will get rid of them. We get rid of managers. We get rid of players. It is what it is. When we move, and we'll go and get someone on. Arsenal have the best defense in the league right now. Are you sure? That's a bit of a weird comment, wasn't it? But yeah, we move. we move. Our right back is better than AWB, and our defenders are better than Maguire. Ads. Fair enough. Havertz is fit. Maybe he will play. You never know. I don't see why Havertz wouldn't play. You know. Let's move on anyway. 83 of you here. Let's delve into what we think is the proposed lineup. That would help if I actually brought up FIFA Squad Builder, which I haven't done. Let me do that quickly now. FIFA Squad Builder. I know someone in the chat earlier said that Chelsea are going to play a 4-2-3-1. I don't think that's the case. I think we'll stick to what we know still, which has been working. Let's be serious and win us games. In terms of who I think is going to play, let's go through it. FIFA Squad Builder. Here we go. Lines are going to be open very shortly, guys, as well. So make sure you stay tuned, get comfy, chill, get involved in the chat as well, who we think is going to start. And in terms of goalies, Edouard Mendy, who got robbed yesterday from Donnarumma for the award at the Ballon d'Or, should have won it in my eyes, but at the same time, Ballon d'Or for me, I don't even want to get into it, what I think of it anyway, because there's been some very unusual decisions over the past, I'd say 8 to 10 years in terms of who's won it again. For me, Robert Lewandowski should have won that, not Messi, but that's another story for another day. In terms of Edouard Mendy, he has to start. I don't see Kepa coming in. I don't see him being needed as well. But yeah, Edouard Mendy starts there. I'd like to see, I think Aspie comes in this game. I think you'll see Azpilicueta come in against Watford. I think this is a game, even though he hasn't had the minutes, that he can come in. I don't expect Watford to I know we haven't spoke much about Watford, but in terms of what Watford can offer, I just think they're going to play low block. And we're going to dominate the ball. And they're not going to get up the pitch. They struggle to score goals. They've got Sarr down the wing, which can be a problem, but you have to get him involved in the game. Just, Chelsea, again, will have to press hard, win the ball back quickly, put them under pressure, which I expect us to do. So I don't really expect Watford to be offering much against us. It's going to be, again, on us to perform to the level that we need to get the result. Because if we can't do that, then, yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. We got to beat him. But in terms of who I think is going to play in the middle, I'm going to put Andreas Christensen in. He has missed, where is he? He has missed a lot of games recently. And I do think this is a good time to bring him in and give Thiago Silva a rest. I'm always one to say don't rest Thiago Silva, but 3 games in a row, Watford and then West Ham on the weekend. I think I'd rather see him in the West Ham game than the Watford game. I think Christensen and Aspie being the leader coming in, is still good enough to deal with the likes of someone like Watford. In terms of left centre back, I would definitely go for Antonio. It's one person that will not be getting a rest is Antonio Rudiger. He will be playing. You know, Malang Sarr, could he come in? He could. Could we shuffle it that much to the point where Rudiger goes on the bench? I don't think so. I think you risk Thiago Silva and maybe Chalobah. I can see Chalobah starting against West Ham for his pace, especially when you look at Antonio and others that we will be up against on Saturday. But I think that's a good enough back four to go and, be strong, be solid. Rudy as left wing back, Chalobah, Chris and Aspie. Fair enough. Big up to Nippon. Let him rest. Yeah, I hear that. What are your thoughts on some Arsenal fans trying to convince themselves that Aaron Ramsdale will keep more clean sheets than Mendy? Nothing. I haven't got no thoughts because Arsenal fans always try and put their players in the levels of Chelsea, Liverpool, Cities and all others. So I don't really listen to them. It's only them that do that because they haven't got nothing else better to do, unfortunately. That's how far their club's gone downhill. But all over Trafford, CR7's... Sarr is injured. He won't be playing. Fair enough. I've not heard that yet. I know Tuchel's going to be doing his press conference in the next 10 minutes. So people that do go in and check it out, make sure you keep me updated here. I want to know specifically who is in, who is out. We know who's out, the main ones. But if there's anyone since the injuries, since the Man United game, that will not be featuring. So let me know while we're going through this as well. Over 115 of you here, guys. Make sure you continue to hit that like button for me, please. Smash it. Subscribe if you're new to GNA TV as well. And let's move on to the midfield. Right wing back. Is there anyone else other than the hybrid? The hybrid has to play. And we're going to have to rely on him more than ever. Assists, goals, creating, everything. He's going to be more important in this month or next 2 months than probably any other player. Reece James. That's how serious I think he's going to have to step up. We need consistency from him. He's probably going to be tired in certain games where he's going to be overplayed. It's a lot of games. The issue is we don't have anyone that we can bench him for to come in and do a job. That's my problem. And that's another issue for me. Our wing backs are very good, Chilwell and Reece James, but we don't have anyone at the levels to come in and at least, do a job as decent. We have to go and look. Whether it's the youth academy, La Cobham, whether we look at La Cobham, or whether we're going out and buy someone in January, I think that's an area that we really need to look into. I really do. But Reece James has to start. He meant Sarr from Watford is injured. Oh, okay. Sorry. Sarr from Watford's injured, then they're not... They're penned. They're not going anywhere. They're just going to be sitting back. Low block, a whole game. All the way. It's just going to be down to how quick Chelsea can score. How quick can Chelsea score the goal? How quick can Chelsea get ahead of Watford? Because if it's in the first 20 minutes, and I keep banging on about how Chelsea played recently, we always try and score in the first 20 minutes or the first 45 to 60 minutes of the second half. They're the periods for me, for Chelsea at the moment. I don't know where Tuchel's drilled that into them, but I've seen it more because we didn't, before that, start well enough. It was very slow. It was very slow to get the ball moving. So, it's going to be interesting. Guys, over 130 of you here, hit that like button, please. Subscribe to the channel. I will be opening up the lines very soon. I want your thoughts, your opinions. Yeah, I want to know how you think Chelsea can win this game, who will start, what the scoreline will be, which we'll do a bit later. Ads, come on, mate. Stop it. Just stop it. Chelsea is the best. United fans celebrating a draw. Let's move on. I'm going to go on to this side of the pitch, and as much as I do think he affects our system, and I do think he does, Alonso will play this game. For me, Alonso will come in. He will play, along with Reece James, because we don't have any options. People saying, "Oh, why don't we try Saul Niguez there?" You never know. I don't think that's it. I don't even. You're asking a player to play in a position that he's not comfortable in doing. The thing with Alonso is that this is his position. All right, he doesn't do it the greatest, but he knows it. And we will win games with Alonso on the pitch. And we should be winning games against Watford with Alonso on the pitch. Even if he's not having a great game. Just do your thing, whatever it is on the side. But we do need to look. We do need to start looking at bringing in better options at the back, you know. I volunteer as tribute for Alonso at left wing back. Bex, I will personally buy your ticket, fly you to Watford, and ask Tuchel to put you on the pitch. I mean, I could make it easier. I could go down here. It's only 20 minutes down the road from me. I could go to Watford if you want, and I can ask Tuchel. I can ask Tuchel if we can just throw me in there rather than Alonso, because I actually think I would do a better job. You see my left peg? If you guys have been on a subscriber at GNA TV for long enough, you'd probably know that we done a crossbar challenge. We've done it live. We didn't live. We done it pre-recorded and we uploaded it on our channel. I won the tournament or the competition, shall I say? Just saying. Nice little left foot I've got over here. So yeah, I'll get up and down the pitch. I'll probably be tired after 20 minutes, but you know, I'll do my bit. I'll do my bit, guys. So if you want Jim to play left wing back, just give us a shout out and I'll head down there. It's only 20 minutes down the road. I'll see what I can get done for you. Do we have a left wing back at the academy? For fuck's sake. Yeah, we do. But one's at Coventry, Maxton. I actually think if we would have kept Livramento, he could play there. I think Livramento could actually play there. Even though he's right-footed, I actually think he could do a job. Honestly, just play Mount left wing back as the work. Oh my God. Talk about taking the piss. Talk about taking the piss out of Chelsea. He's got the work ethic. Right, anyway, let's move on. Let's move on into the middle. Who starts? Certainly this guy starts, and he is going to be another one like Reece James. Unfortunately, until Kovacic comes back, Kante is expected to come back in the next couple of days. So maybe the midfield will be back sooner rather than later, so Jorginho won't be dead at that point. But he will have to play this game. We don't have many options. We do not have many options at the moment to not play Jorginho. He has to come in. They're not playing today. They're playing tomorrow. Tomorrow night, 7:30, if I'm right. Alonso is just a shit Billy Gilmore. What the fuck? What a weird combination that is, Andre. That is a weird combination. All right, let's move. Who plays next to him is the question. We did say that Chelsea will be shuffling the team. Bearing in mind they've got Watford, West Ham, 12:30 Saturday, which doesn't leave a lot of time in between. Who fills this position, guys? I want to know in the chat. Everyone in the chat, I want to know who you think plays next to Jorginho in this game. I'm going to tell you who I think is going to come in. I would love to have seen Ruben play there, but I've got a feeling after what he did against Man United that he may get benched because it wasn't good enough. I still want Ruben to play, though. Ruben would be my first choice. But I just got this feeling that West Ham, potentially Ruben could play. If Kovacic is not back, Kante still, struggling with his knee injury. I think Sal Niguez could have the opportunity. I know some people saying Ross Barkley, some people saying Mason Mount, but I think Sal Niguez is probably the player that deserves the opportunity to come in. Let's see what people are saying in chat, because there's loads. Sal against Watford will be all right. Ruben. Barkley, that's what Rams is saying. Sal. Join the Discord group. GNA TV do have their own Discord, so download the Discord app. Once you download the Discord app, it will take you straight to the community of GNA TV. Just follow it, and you'll be a part of the group. We're all over there chatting football daily, so if you want to get involved, guys, click that link. Come over there. I upload all my streams over there as well, so you'll get to know when I stream before I even upload it as well. Are you going to the game? No, I'm not. Unfortunately, again, I'll just quickly advise because it's over 150 of you, and I want to make sure that you're aware of it. I won't be around for the next 2 days, so I won't be able to do a review for Watford. I'm not around Thursday, but my idea is to stream maybe twice Friday because I will be back Friday. So Friday, we will be doing a West Ham preview show, Chelsea-West Ham or West Ham-Chelsea, and potentially a Prem show. Potentially, just depends. Or if not, it'll be one of them, depending on the timing I get back. But unfortunately, I will not be back to be able to do the review. I will be uploading some comments on the channel in regards to the game. So we can talk in that way. But in terms of streaming, I can't do it. I'm going away with a bit of family for 2 days just to get away with it. So yeah, just a heads up for all you guys in the chat now so that you're aware of it. Play Sal, rest Ruben Loftus-Cheek for West Ham. I hear that. That's what I've said. Save Ruben Loftus-Cheek for West Ham. I agree. Barkley's playing next to Georgie. Oh, my God. Okay, maybe get away with it. Ruben. Sal will get his chance. Sal Niguez, after one bad game, benched. He's not benched, Global. You don't listen. You know that. You don't actually listen, do you? Did you not just hear what we just said? We've got West Ham on Saturday at 12:30. Early kickoff. It's not benched. It's we want him to play against West Ham, and a shuffle is going to happen. Played against Man United, rest him maybe against Watford, and bring him back in for West Ham. We're not that. We're not that moany. Flames 27 says, "Put my comment on the screen." Where's your comment, Flames? Where's your comment? You haven't commented other than what you just said there. There you go, Flames 27. There you go, mate. You got your bit of fame, mate. 100%. Flames 27. Big up. If you've got anything else to say, mate, bring it in. I'm a Sheffield United player. Ollie McBurney is in the house. Big up to Ollie McBurney. What you saying, my guy? Watford versus Chelsea, mate. Let me know what you think the predictions are for that game. I don't want to see Barkley in the match day 23 squad. Bex has had enough of Alonso, but see, me and Bex, we do think alike. I'm not going to lie. We do think alike. It's mad. Kante could be back for West Ham, potentially, but does he start? Maybe. Do you think Chelsea are better with or without Lukaku? Well, good question. That is a good question. Not too sure. Too early to say. I don't think it's better with or without. I just think that Lukaku gives us another option. He'll be our first option because he will play because of the money we spent on him. It's just that we can revert to playing how we have without him. So Havertz can come in, play a 9 role. So I think we just have options, is what I would say to that. But we have to wait and see. Why bring Sal to the club if we're not going to give him game time? I agree. You have to give him a game. Let Ruben Loftus-Cheek play and expect Kante to start for West Ham. Okay, I hear that. Aspie left wing back as well. Really, Oluwasi, you'd throw Aspie left wing back. So who would you play as right centre back, mate? Let me know. Let's go to the front three. Let's go to front three because I know Thomas Tuchel's going live probably around now as well. Let's have a look. Is he live yet? Is he live yet? Let's have a look. In the meantime, let's go and have a look at the front three because I do think Lukaku starts this game. I think Tuchel will start him. I do think Pulisic starts. I think it's going to be like this. This is what I think Tuchel's going to do, not what I want. I think you're going to see that. That is what I think we're going to see. Pulisic, Mount, Lukaku. That is what I'm expecting. What would be your preferred front three as well, guys? Let me know in the chat. He's not live yet. Thomas Tuchel's not live yet. Only 53 likes, guys. Over 140 of you here. Let's get them up. Let's get them likes up. The lines are going to be open for you guys very soon as well. So make sure that you're still tuned in. Subscribe if you're new as well, please. You're on the road to 3.3k. So please keep smashing and subscribing. By the way, Jim, have you seen Rudiger's Madrid rumours today? I haven't. Let me know in the chat. What are the rumours? When we beat you 3-0, Zuma was poor. And all Frank Lampard would do is compare players to each other. Oh, Ollie McBurney. I'd put Aspie left wing back and put Trevor right centre back. Do you not think he's played too many games though? Him coming in. I just think Alonso hasn't played that many games, and he came off against Man United that you could potentially see him play this game. The boss will speak soon. Yeah, we will do, but you need to let me know in the chat what he's saying because I can't do both. So yeah, if you're going over there, make sure you obviously come back after. But if you can come in and let me know what the main things that he comes out with, please. Big up to Almighty Blue. Thank you for the like as well. I don't think Lukaku starts. Tuchel said in his press match interview that he's not fit to start. But he has to start eventually, Bex. That's my thing. We can't keep saying, oh, he ain't going to start. He has to start eventually. This is a game that he can start in. Watford. He's not, West Ham, I want him to be up in the races. Give him 50, 60 minutes. Take him off. Could be 2-3-0 up by then, 1-0. Throw on Havertz or Werner, whoever. Do you know what I mean? That's what I would do. The front three are the subs that come on for the United game. Time to give them a go. Yeah? I hear that. Kante is, from what we understand, still out, still injured. So we have to see what happens with Tuchel's conference now. Big up, Jem, in the chat. Big up to Daniel. We will be the same pivot at United, is what Josh is saying as well. I hear that. The other one thing, we'll come back to this in a second. The one thing I didn't do, I just remembered. I didn't do the head-to-heads at Watford. Quickly show you guys a bit of history on Chelsea-Watford or Watford-Chelsea. Forget the ones at Stamford Bridge, only at Vicarage Road. The last time we played Watford was in the 2nd of November, which was 1920. Let me get this up. Yeah, 1920 season. We beat them 2-1. The game after that, we played them December the 26th, Boxing Day. Again, we beat them 2-1. We then lost back in 2018, 5th of Feb. 4-1. I remember that game. That was embarrassing. I actually remember that game as well. And then the next time we played them away was on the 20th of August, where we again won 2-1. It seems like we just continuously win 2-1. The last 3 times we won there, we've won 2-1, guys. So if you're a bettor, if you want to place a bet, 2-1 is it's quite a rhythm of Chelsea's. Watford, 0. Chelsea, 0 as well. So a draw there. And then we won 3-1 again. So in theory, when you look at the last 6 or so games, Chelsea have won 4, lost 1, drawn 1. So, it's not bad. It's not too bad when you look at our heads-to-heads there. It's pretty good. Pretty good stuff, guys. I know you don't think I'm the real Ollie McBurney, but I am Trevor Chalobah was better than Zuma when I was playing him. Fair enough, Ollie McBurney. If that is you, big up to you, my guy. Big up to you. Watford do have injuries. They are, from what we understand, missing Sarr, who is obviously one of their best players as well. I am going to open up the lines. I want to get you guys involved. Have your say. We'd rather see Cho, Lukaku, Pulisic. Mount hasn't been up the races. I hear that. I would like to see Cho, Lukaku, Pulisic. And that's the one thing I was going to do while we're waiting, while Tuchel's doing his press conference. I would like to see the front three like this. I just think Mount, even though he's not in great form, may play. Obviously, bear in mind, Cho's played a lot of games as well. But he did get taken off. So, at the same time, I don't know. It could be that we see this. Hudson, Pulisic, Lukaku. That's what I would like to see. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting stuff. I think Tuchel is live at the moment, I believe. So let's have a quick look while we're on here. Yeah, he's live. He is live right now. He is live. So I'm sure everyone will be coming over after to give me the updates. I am going to put the link in the chat, though, in the meantime. Let's get some people in here with me while we're waiting. Have a little chat about the game, where Chelsea can win it, what the difference is. People in the chat, let me know what Tuchel is saying, if you can. We just quickly copy the link. The link is available now. There you go. Keep hitting them likes. Over 100 of you still here. Hit the likes. Subscribe if you're new to GNA TV as well. What are we on at the moment? We're 4 away from 3,250 subscribers. So if you're new here, subscribe to the channel, please. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Link is in the chat. Link is in the chat. We have Daniel Wilkerson with us. How you doing, mate?
I'm good, Jim. You? Everything
Not bad, mate. Not bad. What's your thoughts, mate? Tell us. Watford away. What are you expecting in terms of the team lineup?
Don't need to change much from the team that played Man United. Just need to make a few changes.
Yeah. So what would you do? Tell me.
The team's fine the way it is, but take Lukaku out.
Oh, you wouldn't play Lukaku. All right. Who would you
No.
play then?
Is Havertz fit?
Well, I believe so. He was on the bench last time, wasn't he? So
Yeah, put Havertz there. Yeah, put Havertz up
you
front
wouldn't
in
play
the team.
Lukaku. You would start with Havertz and not have Lukaku in. Okay.
Yeah, I
hear
don't
that.
want to overplay him because of his injury. So I don't think he can play a full 90 minutes or longer than 50, 60 minutes.
I hear you. I do hear you. And in terms of the wing backs, you think Alonso and James will play?
That's all we got at the moment, to be honest, as wing backs because Chilwell's injured.
Would you play? What would you do in the midfield? Jorginho, Sal, or would you switch it up?
I'll keep it the way it is. Yeah.
Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. We've got WU here as well. What are you saying, WU?
Yeah, the team looks alright. I'll swap Mount for Sal.
You'd play Mount in the middle, not Sal. Yeah. Why? Please explain.
Because I think Mount has better passing range. I don't think Sal has acclimatized to the league yet.
Okay, but do you not think it's something that he needs to? Do you not think this is a game that Sal can come in and then actually get some minutes in?
No. Because we're only 1 point ahead of Man City. We can't be risking stuff now.
Yeah. All right, fair enough. What else would you change about the team? Anything else?
I'll put Asby at left wing back
Okay.
and put Chalobah at right centre back.
I just think my thing with this thing of Aspie left wing back, Chalobah, but I just think Alonso's naturally left footed, even though he doesn't play it at such a great that he plays it to a level that's not a level that's required at Chelsea. I still think he's better to play there than Aspie.
Yeah, but the main thing about Watford is their attack is very good. So I'd rather have a defensive wing back.
Yeah. All right, fair enough. I hear that, but do you not feel like they're not going to offer much anyway? Like in terms of going forward, yeah, Watford, yeah.
Nah, their front three is very dangerous. If they catch you on the break, it's a long day.
Who are you worried about?
Dennis, Ismail Assar, if he's fit.
Dennis is on the injury list, apparently.
Oh, is he?
Sar's on the injury list as well, from what I've been told as well.
And Sar. Yeah, Sar's been on the injury list for a couple of weeks.
Oh, fair enough then.
It's looking peak for them, isn't it?
If those two are fit, plus Joshua King, it's a dangerous front three.
Yeah, no, I hear that, but at the same time, I still think our back three is still good enough to deal with that, and providing we press as well and do our bit as well.
Not from a counter attack.
What, you don't think we can deal with a counter attack from Watford?
No.
Fair enough.
Not with Sar and Dennis. They're really fast.
Fair enough. Okay, we've got Redneck here as well. Redneck, what are you saying?
I don't think Kai Havertz. I don't know. I haven't heard the what's the name press conference. Is
We're waiting.
We're waiting. I thought it was.
I'm waiting for people to let me know in the chat what's going on. That's what I mean. Yeah.
I don't know as of Lukaku, but if Lukaku's fit, he's definitely start. And Cho and Pulisic switch.
Tuchel said Lukaku's fit.
Okay, so Lukaku, Cho on the right, Pulisic on the left, Jorginho benched, Robin Loftus-Cheek playing. Could
Jorginho
be,
benched?
Yeah.
I don't see that happening, but okay, we can do that. Who are you playing next to Loftus-Cheek?
I'll say.
Have Loftus-Cheek fit?
Jorginho.
No, I'm asking Redneck because he's saying you don't want Jorginho on there, so I want to know who's playing next to him.
You could have Loftus-Cheek fit though.
Do what?
Like Loftus-Cheek play holding.
Yeah, he'll be fine there. For me, it will be Barkley and on the left is gonna be Alonso.
You think we're going to shuffle it that much that we play Barkley, Ruben in the middle?
I think so.
Who on the white? Who on the left?
Lukaku. Oh yeah, what's his name?
Alonso.
Alonso. Yeah.
And then Lukaku up front. Yeah.
Lukaku up front and Pulisic in charge, just switcheroo from
Do you not
one to
think
the right.
Do you think Mason Mount gets in the team?
I think, but if it will be for Cho, not for Pulisic. If Mount will play.
All right.
You see what I'm saying? But the back three is definitely gonna be Chalobah's getting rest, and Christensen is coming in, and Thiago Silva starts again.
Wow. I thought this is the. I mean, I'm up for Silva playing, but the fact that we're playing West Ham on 12:30 Saturday, which is not far away, I just thought Christensen hasn't had the minutes. You could potentially throw Aspie in there. Why can't Aspie and Christensen be your back
Is that
three
the early
recruit?
game on Saturday?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
then it's different. Then different. I didn't know it was that early of a game.
Yeah, it's an early game, so I think that back three is good enough.
Yeah.
I don't know about Barkley and Ruben Loftus-Cheek in the middle though.
I do know that it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Fair enough. Fair enough. What you saying? What you saying, VJ?
Hey, Jam. First of all, I just wanted to. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me? Yeah, go on.
Let me take a picture of that so we'll remember
Take a picture.
what I choose. There we go. But I think Mount will start, and I think it will start for Cho. And yeah, put the Mount on the left for Cho. Cho's gonna be rested.
I'll put Mount on the right because he's better on the right.
I mean, yeah, it doesn't matter where, but
yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. No,
Cho is definitely gonna be rested.
All right. What are you saying, VJ?
Yeah. This is
So first thing that I wanted to talk about before getting into the lineup was on. I even tweeted about this. Jorginho is getting a lot of heat, unnecessary heat, if you ask me. I mean, we have to understand that it was a mistake, but I'm not going to give out reasons saying that that's the reason why he made an error or something of that sort. But we also have to look back and try and understand how much he's done for the club and for the team over the past 1 or 2 years. So it's all right. Mistakes happen. And I would personally, like Jorginho playing in this game. The way that he came back in that game was also pretty much good, is what I feel. I mean, because see, it does take some, effort or some mental strength to come back and then score a goal against that to De Gea. So I feel he came back strong in that particular game. So I think he deserves to start this game. So I'd put Loftus-Cheek and Jorginho in the middle in the double pivot. And honestly, for me, even though Jorginho made that error, I don't think so Barkley's the right person to play in this squad.
That's not the reason why I don't put Jorginho in there. It wasn't because of his mistake. I just think he needs the rest.
Yeah, I think the same as well. He needs rest, but again, something tells me probably Kante and the coach both will be fit for the West Ham game. In that case, we would not want Jorginho to play in the game. That's probably the reason why I want to go with Loftus-Cheek and Jorginho. But what you're saying also makes sense. What if we don't know about their medical condition, of course. So what if they're not fit and we have to rely on Jorginho to play one more game against West Ham? Yeah, that could happen as well.
If Kovacic is fit, he's coming from the hamstring injury. He's not coming straight in starting lineup.
Yeah, they're not starting. No way.
Yeah, either one can swap with Loftus-Cheek was what I was thinking. Like I'm not saying that both of them will start in the game. Nevertheless, top three, I guess I had the same planned out as well. Redknapp got to it anyways towards the end. For me, Mount starts with Pulisic and Lukaku, the front three. As much as we wouldn't want Alonso to start, I think he will still start this game. Azpilicueta might start this game, and Christensen definitely, because Silva is being rested, and probably maybe he will be rested for this game, and he will be back for the West Ham game because he is much more important for the West Ham game because we've got to stop Antonia in West Ham, and we need someone who's as intelligent as and Antonio in operating on the defense. So I think Silva will come in there handy. So Christensen probably is going to play this game. Reece James, of course, and Rudiger consistent there. As per Laqueta, Chalaba is like, as of now, it's the toss of the coin. It could be either one fitting in, depending
Yeah.
on who's performing well in the training and who Tuchel feels in that particular game would be, matching his tactic.
No, I hear you. I hear you. I do hear you, my guy. I do hear you. What are you saying, Dan?
Lineup is cool. I'm cool with this lineup.
Yeah. All right. Well, what you do? Okay. So what? Mount, Pulisic, Lukaku. Do you think Cho will be rested?
I don't think Cho can play 4 games in a row in the span of 3 days, but if he can, then he starts, I guess. I don't really care about the lineup. I'm just looking forward to see how we respond to this game.
How would you feel about Mason Mount being on the bench again?
Don't care.
So it's not a problem for you that Mason Mount's not getting in the team?
Oh, no. I mean, I'm not going to share my views on what I want Mason to do here, but yeah, I don't really mind.
Dan's my boy, man. He cracks. Yeah, he does.
I don't mind.
Dan, what are you saying about the back three then? Do you think Thiago Silva's definitely rested in this one, just based on West Ham being so close as well around the corner Saturday morning?
Yeah, West Ham is the more important game. Actually, I do mind. Jorginho should not start this game. West Ham is the more important game. You're talking about Watford, who are terrible, versus West Ham, who are 5th in the league right now or 6th, in really good form. Why would we not play our best players against them? So yeah, I would if I could rest James as well. And Aspilicueta plays that role. Maybe you can figure out how to get Sarr in there. I don't know. Maybe that's asking for too much, but James playing 4 games in a row is
I was about to say this. Apparently,
the games now are coming thick and fast, and for me, Watford is the weakest game. So, if there's a game to rest him, is this game.
Yeah, well, apparently Tuchel said, someone's just told me in the private chat that Reece James, Werner, and Jorginho are doubts. So what happens now?
Well, there you have it.
Then Saul and Aspi goes right wing back, and then Chalobah comes
Reece
in.
James is a doubt, and Jorginho is a doubt. Forget Werner because he's not even in the team. Who the fuck comes in now? That means this is going to happen. That's happening.
Maybe push Aspi
Saul's coming in.
That's definitely happening for me. I think he's going to play again.
But was there any
stuff? I think he's got it right. What's his name? Actually, do you know what? I think Sal Niguez plays. I think Sal Niguez is going to play this game. I'm feeling. If that is the case.
Hey, low-key, we might lose, man.
What, no Jorginho and Reece James? With
What
Alonso
type of
as
team
our
is
outlet? Fucking hell. We're going to be relying on our forward line, I tell you, massively.
You got Aspilicueta and Alonso as wing backs, so they're going to give nothing to Hudson-Odoi and Pulisic. Hudson-Odoi and Pulisic don't drop in to pick up the ball on their own, so they're just going to be isolated. I don't like this team whatsoever.
Well, Bex is saying Tuchel says he has some ideas for a left wing back, mentioned Callum, and says Marcos Alonso is specialist in charge. So that means
Alonso left wing, yeah?
Yeah, so Jorginho, James, and Werner are doubts. Cho to left wing back is what people are saying that's going to happen. They've got this feeling. This is people coming back from the press conference just a second. Reece James, Jorginho, Werner faced late fitness tests. All right, so that ain't out. That means that they might not just be fit to start. It's going to be long. It's definitely going to be long.
Both of the wing backs are out for the game.
Huh?
Both are actual wing backs are out for the game. Chilwell and.
Well, no, he's saying late fitness tests. That doesn't mean they're out. It just means that
I don't think he'll risk them now.
I don't know. I think this makes it more peak than I thought. We're going to be relying a lot more. That midfield's a write-off for me. I mean, Ruben has to play now. Has to play. We need someone. We need him to perform like he has done recently.
Eventually, we're going to have to rely on our forward line. We can't always rely on that.
I'll put Mount in the midfield.
You know what's going to happen, yeah? You're going to see Rudiger doing long shots in the game. It's going to take about 20 long shots. 20 long shots to hit the crossbar.
Well, this is peak, isn't it? This is really peak. I mean,
Oh,
Jared, you ain't said anything yet, mate. What you saying?
What's up, bro? Yeah, I do think there's going to be heavy rotation in this lineup. Think about playing Watford, bottom, like pretty bottom at the table, beat Man United 4-1. I do think that Saul doesn't start. Maybe Loftus-Cheek. Oof. I think the front three, yeah, Hudson-Odoi starts for sure. Pulisic, Lukaku. But yeah, I think that sounds good to me.
I don't know, man. I mean, we should still have a good enough team to beat Watford. If they're missing Sarr and they're missing two of their players up front anyway, which we're waiting to find out, then it's all on us. I don't see how we still don't beat them with this team. This team's still good enough to beat Watford. Watford are pony. If we can't beat Watford, we don't deserve to win the title. Let's be serious. Like we don't deserve to win the title. Havertz has to start. So if Havertz starts, does that mean Lukaku? That means Havertz is starting. Havertz for Lukaku, Hudson-Odoi, Pulisic. It might be that we see this. No, he's going to play Alonso.
It's probably Havertz left week.
Maybe he does that, and then puts Aspie there, and then we have Hudson-Odoi right wing back, which we don't like seeing. Two Aspies up
I
front.
think it will be quicker Pulisic right wing back than Cho.
You know what? I think Mason Mount is definitely playing now. Especially with,
Mount is playing. It's 100% Mount is playing.
Because we're going to need legs, and we haven't got legs.
I'll put Mount instead of Saul.
What, you think Mount?
You mad?
Maybe we play Mount.
There's no balance in midfield.
Agreed.
He's just gonna get exposed right in the middle.
If Ziyech plays, we'll go there. Could have something like that. I don't know. Callum Hudson-Odoi as a right wing back, just as precaution. Maybe it happens. I don't know. Watford will beat you. They will beat United. They beat United 4-1, but we're not.
Right.
We're not United. We're not United.
We are
That's nice.
same as United with draw, so we're same as United.
No, we're not the same as United.
That's. I wouldn't really put that in terms of comparison. Come on.
I mean, United did bus park for 90 minutes.
What do you expect is Watford's gonna do? They're gonna open us up and cut us off?
No, I don't.
They
That's
did
what I'm saying.
that against United. They did that against United. Ask them to try it against.
I mean, United are shit though, but
Dude, that's fucking United, bro. They push it.
Got no Saul. They got no Dennis. They got quite a load of injuries. So
Mate, we're getting
That's
more
good.
limited and limited as the weeks go on. Going into December, a busy period of games, 7 games in December. This is looking peak right now. I'm not even joking. Like,
I mean, we do claim we have the best squad depth, so tomorrow we will feel it.
Yo, just go back to the lineup you had, man. What is this?
Yeah, I don't know. This is just a circus.
no, but what do you mean back to the lineup? If Reece James and Jorginho are out, this is the clown. This is the circus lineup we're going to have to play in midfield.
No,
That's
it's
what we're
not.
gonna do.
Just play Aspilicueta where he's gonna play. Put Chalobah back in. He's 22. He can play 3 games in a row. He's gonna be okay.
Trust
Okay.
me, this
And
is
put
not
Saul in there. Why did we sign him if he can't play in these
Right,
games?
so Mason Mount
Exactly.
there and Sal in there, yeah?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I would
Yep.
say, yeah. I would agree with
And
that.
Lukaku
actually,
for Havertz, and it's it.
Yeah, that's if Lukaku's fit or not. We don't know.
yeah. Well, did he say anything about Lukaku? Does anyone know? Or
He said his feet.
No, the
He's
only
fit.
thing I remember is from last press conference. He said if Lukaku's fit, I'm playing him.
I think he has to play this game. Everyone keeps saying, yeah, but he hasn't admitted. We're playing West Ham on the weekend. Give him 50, 60 minutes in this game. Get him fucking scoring some goals and then play him again against West Ham as well. We need him for West Ham anyway.
Kai Havertz comes from the hamstring injury, so he cannot start. You can't
So
start
he's coming
from
off the
hamstring
bench
injury.
anyway.
Yeah, if anything, Kai Havertz coming off the bench. If not, we can play. It will be Ziyech, Mount, and Pulisic in front 3. If both of them don't start, and Pulisic is going to be.
I don't think we should panic,
Oh,
though. I
snap.
think some people are panicking in the chat. I'm going through it now, and everyone's saying there's over 150 people in, so everyone seems to be a bit
Yeah,
up.
these lot are acting
I
like
usually
we're
panic
half of
2
these
hours
lot are
before the
2-3
game.
weeks out. They're only
Yeah.
out for today's game.
I don't know. I mean, Minerals is here. Mason Mount's definitely playing with no Reece James and Jorginho potentially. Minerals, what are you saying?
Yeah, what's happening, everyone? What's happening, Jim?
Yeah.
How we
What's up,
doing, lads?
Johnny? What's going
All
on,
right,
Johnny?
mate. All right. Tell us about this lineup, mate. Because Tuchel's come out and said, well, Jack Reece James late fitness test, Jorginho's late fitness test might not start. Obviously, we're missing Chilwell, Kovacic, and Kante. What are we doing here?
You know what? From the game I was at, the United game, the Loftus-Cheek Jorginho pivot ain't it for me. That is just not it. It was not good enough. With our options right now, I think I'd probably stick Mount over Sol. I can't lie. I don't want him there. I want him in the front line. But I just feel that Sol, has he got the minerals to deliver in a game that is very important? We have to win this game.
But who comes in? Who plays there? We ain't got no Kovacic, maybe Jorginho and Kante.
Well, you'd have to play Mount. You'd have to play Mount there.
What, in
Or
the
you
middle?
can.
I mean,
Or you can play
Johnny, wouldn't this game be perfect for Saul to prove himself?
Will be perfect for
Because he wanted to prove himself.
He's got to prove himself, but I mean, from what we've
Barkley.
seen,
I'm telling you, Loftus-Cheek can stay deep and Barkley can push forward.
I'm not having Barkley over Saul.
not Barkley in DM, man. No,
he can't pass fast.
I'm not saying
Barkley. I
Barkley
don't
in
Barkley
DM.
anywhere near this lineup.
Loftus-Cheek can play DM and Barkley can push up.
Why
But
does we have
Barkley
to go
can't
back to
pass.
Mason
I
Mount
think
playing in the midfield?
Barkley
That's-
can pass, man.
Yeah.
What about putting Chalobah?
Barkley will find quicker Lukaku than Loftus-Cheek will find Lukaku. I bet you money on it.
So you want Loftus-Cheek to play as a lone DM?
Yeah.
No.
What? So wait a sec. You're saying what? 4-3-3?
Not
Me
saying
14
long
say
DM.
one
I'm
with
saying
me,
like if we attack and Loftus-Cheek could stay deeper.
Loftus-Cheek can't defend, bruv. He's not that sort of player.
Okay.
Well, what about a
He
4-2-3-1?
He's not.
He played the DM before, so I don't know what you're talking about.
No, he's not. He's not defensively. He's not up to it.
Okay.
Mate.
Okay.
What
He's
about
not.
a 4-2-3-1? 4-2-3-1? Would that work? With Lukaku up front and I don't know. Don't have him there.
You tried new formation that we haven't done before.
I don't
Well,
think
no,
he'll change the
I'm not trying
formation.
Does he have to
formation.
adapt the formation based on our injuries? Does he
No,
have to do that?
Mate,
No, that's not what I was trying to make. Same thing is just instead of Saul, it will be Barkley, and it's it.
I think what you might see actually, if he does play Sol, which is probably the likely candidate, he'll probably have Mount drop into that midfield and make it a
That's
free.
why you play him there. That's why you play him there. You could do a 3-5-2 if you have to, and just play Lukaku and Pulisic.
He won't change. He will not do a back four. He won't do a back four. So I
He
think
don't need to,
formation
though.
stays.
You don't need to because I don't expect Watford to do much the other way. Like if they are missing injuries, if they are missing Sarr and some other players that are key to them even getting a goal or even countering on us, then I don't see them doing anything else other than doing a low block and just being pinned in. So
No, it's gonna be even Chalobah can play a DM.
Is Reece James and Jorginho definitely not going to play?
He said a late fitness test.
hey, fitness test, but I wouldn't risk it.
It
No,
just
I
means
mean,
that we play
It's
too many
50-50.
games.
We don't know till the lineup comes out.
For me, I want Jorginho in there. I mean, if
Well,
you can
no.
play him, if there's a 80% chance, you play him because, and if you need to, and we're winning the game, you can take him off and bring on a Sol. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I think Reece James. This is how we were going to set up anyway. Do you know what I mean? Jorginho, maybe Sal or Loftus, doesn't matter. Alonso, Lukaku up front, Pulisic, maybe Cho and Pulisic, or Mount and Pulisic. I don't know. One of them. You know what I mean? That would have been better.
I just don't think.
Why does
Jorginho
Cho
will
not
start.
play?
Huh?
Why is Cho not in the lineup?
Well, we're just saying, but we keep forgetting that we're playing West Ham at 12:30 Saturday.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so we have to shuffle. I don't even
But I
think
think Pulisic would be better for West Ham personally.
So what? You'd play Cho against
No,
Watford?
but I'd
Yeah.
prefer Cho.
No.
I'd play Cho for this game.
Okay, what with Mason Mount? Or what about Pulisic and Cho and Lukaku? What's wrong with that?
No, Mount's got to play this game. Yes,
Mount is definitely playing this game.
Listen. You've got to play your best players, and Mount needs to start playing. He needs his momentum picking up because he's been left out for the last 2 games or 3 games even. So for me, he plays. This is a perfect game for Mount to hit the ground running against a weak Watford, and then he'll play against West Ham. So I think if Cho doesn't deliver against West Ham, he can bring on against Watford, he can bring on Pulisic or a Werner. And then for the West Ham game, I would start Pulisic personally, because I think against a very defensive counter-attacking team, I would like Pulisic, who's very, very good with his hold up, his trickery and that. And that will cause West Ham problems.
Yeah, but
Cho's more of a direct sort of
people will be
player.
so surprised when they see Barkley in the starting lineup. Oh,
I think Pulisic
I
does
got a
deserve
feeling.
I think Pulisic does deserve a run of games now, and I do think if we can get him into form, for me, if he starts playing like the Pulisic we know, he starts. He's a definite starter.
Yeah, but he hasn't, and also Cho's been performing fantastic for me. So for me, Cho starts over Pulisic.
He did, but the Man United game, I felt like he slightly let us down a bit.
Yeah, but in that game, no disrespect, I did come. I'm going back to the pivot of Loftus-Cheek and Jorginho. It weren't it. It was too slow. Loftus-Cheek
just didn't do what he's meant to do.
He didn't release the ball enough.
The pivot was fine. It was Loftus-Cheek poor game at that specific game.
Yeah, I agree.
That's what I was said in the beginning.
You can't. Listen, Loftus-Cheek is not really a pivot player. He's in between. He's a
he played 3-4 games before that, and he did fine. He was one of the best
players.
He
done all right, but
he done excellent.
You've got to do it at a consistent level.
Exactly.
He
He's done it for 5 games. He dropped it 1 game. That was it.
Yeah, but it was a big game to drop it.
I agree, and I told him I single-handedly blame 3 players for that loss. Single-handed. Cho's first one, Tuchel is second, and Robin Loftus-Cheek is the third.
Why Cho, bro?
What? Well, because he
Fighting
can't finish
lungs.
Cho was fine for me. I didn't see any problems with Cho. I thought Werner was poor.
The problem that we had with Cho is the opportunities that he had at the beginning of the game. Because if he does score in that period, it's a different game. It completely
all right.
Man United's gameplay.
That's one chance he
didn't. That's not one chance. That's
right.
2 chances.
He had about a good
so
blindly 2 times.
What about the rest of the front line? How many chances?
Werner had 2 chances too.
No,
Werner and Ziyech shouldn't have been on the pitch.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying.
On the pitch.
I am personally, if that goal
Mount should have came on.
Mount should have been on before the Jorginho penalty, and he was getting stripped off, ready to come on. Then we equalised, and then Tuchel left it another 10, 12 minutes.
That's why after Cho, I blame Tuchel.
I think Cho did go quiet in the second half as well, to be honest.
Yep.
I didn't have that same effect.
Yeah,
anyway,
what did Ziyech and Werner do for...
Johnny, Tuchel mucked up because he didn't make
Johnny, you don't understand.
No, but when I was at the game, and when our front line, every time Ruben or Jorginho got the ball, Werner and Ziyech were nowhere to be seen. Cho was the only one in the position.
The only reason Cho was quiet because he wasn't getting the ball enough.
Johnny, did anybody in our front 3 had as good of a chances as Cho?
Werner?
No,
you can go to the missed chance, but what I'm saying is...
Werner definitely.
So that's
what I'm saying.
So what I'm saying is...
Cho got in the position. He was the only player that got in that position to have that chance. If Timo Werner would have missed that chance that Cho did in the 6th minute,
exactly, everyone
he will be crucified at Stamford Bridge.
Timo Werner missed the same chance.
He missed 3 chances.
Yeah, he didn't miss a chance like that, though, did he? Did he miss a chance like that? No, he didn't.
The corner.
No, he didn't.
The corner.
Did you see
the
that?
bottom line is
what? That was a better chance than Cho's one in front of goal.
That was just as bad, though.
You must so hard the whole outside.
Come on, man.
You can nitpick at
Daniel,
players,
you
right?
better be serious, man.
Guys,
1 versus 1 versus 1 versus...
The bottom line
Werner was right in front of goal.
The bottom line is none
Look
of
at
our
the
front
standards
line
you
are
guys have for
clinical,
a
bruv.
striker.
None of them.
You
Guys,
are
guys,
as
guys,
stupid
what
as
are
it can be
Ty?
if you
What are
think
Ty?
Werner's chances the same as Joe's.
Shameful.
You
It doesn't
are
have to be the
blind.
same. You're supposed to be a striker. It doesn't have to
I
be
I
the
don't
know,
same.
but
care
you're
whether
missing,
he's
What?
supposed to be a
he's
striker or
What
missing
are
the
not.
Ty,
point
guys? Come
massively.
on.
You
You're
missing the
missing the
point
point massively.
completely.
He's a bum.
Completely
There's no
missing the
point.
point.
Yeah,
Let's
I
move
agree
on.
he's a bum.
So Werner.
Agree.
missing the point,
Oi,
aren't they?
easy man. Stop slandering players, bruv.
He's not a
Listen,
bum. It's
the,
just he's
the
not got
bottom line
Yeah.
agendas.
is,
That's the
yeah.
That's
problem. They
what I
run with
said.
their
Move
I'm
on,
gonna
agendas too
man.
say it.
much,
I'm
man.
gonna say it how it
They run
is.
with their
And if you
agendas.
look at our front line and compare it to a City or a Liverpool, we have not got anyone with killer instinct or clinicalness.
No,
All
we
right,
haven't. It's
Yeah,
true.
we do.
and that is the problem. It's not the chance can fall to Cho, it can fall to Havertz, it can fall
Let
to
me ask
Lukaku.
Let
All
me
right,
ask you, Johnny.
and
If
and
Mount
you
had
can
if Mount
Alex,
had
1 second, bruv. Yeah, you can nitpick, you can say and blame certain players, but the bottom line is Cho got into the best positions out of that front line. Ziyech and Werner
Facts.
didn't get into those positions. All right. So for me, if I'm looking at who was poor in that front line, I'm looking to Werner and Ziyech, who were the poorer than Cho.
Facts.
By far, they were poorer, and Cho was the one that come off. Now, me personally, in that game, I was calling for Werner and Ziyech to be taken off and to bring on Mount and Lukaku and
And Cho,
leave Cho on the pitch, bruv. All right. And when he brought on Pulisic, you could have easily made Cho wing back and still have that attacking threat because United did nothing in that game. They didn't
Johnny,
worry.
Johnny,
Cho,
Johnny,
Johnny,
Cho
one
also.
second.
Them
One
at
second,
all.
one second. My thing is, Werner didn't play well. Ziyech didn't play well, even though the whole social media was saying
Cho
he
was
up
good.
forward. Cho wasn't that good. He wasn't. We just need to get that in our heads. He wasn't as good as people think he was. But I honestly, what gets me is it wasn't working. The three of them just wasn't working.
Yeah,
What
Jem,
Tuchel should have done
Jem,
is
you
just
telling
changed
me
it earlier.
Werner and Ziyech
Johnny,
were better
you
than
didn't
Cho?
Should
want
have
to be
changed it
interrupted.
earlier.
Let
There's
Are
nothing
you
Jem
wrong
telling
with
me
talk.
that.
Werner and
That's
Ziyech
not
were
Cho's
better than
fault,
Cho?
though. That's
Jem.
not Cho's fault. You can't blame Cho for that.
Who's
Jem,
What, he's playing.
Jem,
He's playing. He's got
Jem, are you telling me Werner and Cho,
What's that?
Werner and
Yeah,
Ziyech were
but
better than
these are-
Cho? Is that what you're telling me?
Huh?
Are you telling me that Timo and Ziyech were better than Cho in that game?
I'm not saying that. All I'm
Well,
saying
why
to you
does
is
it? Why
that
does
front
that warrant
three
Cho
didn't
going
work,
off
and
then?
he was a part of that front three. What are people not understanding? He missed a chance in the 6th minute that could have changed the game completely.
Yeah,
I
and how many
criticise
times?
that.
How
So
many
that's
times
what
did
I'm saying
Ziyech
to you.
lose the
There's
ball
nothing wrong
outside
with
the
that.
box?
Vernon,
How
Doesn't
many
matter.
times
He
Vernon
did
missed
not
the massive
make bad
chances.
chances like that.
Me,
He did not have that clear
me
chances.
personally, I don't understand what's your defense here in
Well,
terms
I
of
don't.
Cho.
Wait.
The entire front three did not play well. They played
Exactly.
equally
That's what I'm
bad.
trying to
No,
say.
but by far, Cho was not the worst on the front line.
By
That's
far,
not
Cho
matter.
had
Facts.
by
Doesn't
far
matter.
Cho
No
had
one
the
was good
best
because we didn't win. We
chance.
drawed.
By
Johnny, you're
far.
still
We
not getting.
draw that
Cho
for
was our
every
biggest
game.
threat.
Yeah.
Now look,
You're still not
everybody.
getting what
You
you're
Doesn't
trying
matter
to
who
say.
was the.
you had your
Guys,
say.
what are guys?
Let me have
You're
my
still,
say.
you're still not
Let me
getting
have
what
my
you're trying
say,
to say.
and then
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can
go
go. Listen, let me have my say now. Johnny, you spoke. Let me speak now. The reason why I'm blaming Cho particularly because is all three of them being poor throughout the whole game. None of them had as good of a chance as Cho. And
Werner
it was
did.
early.
Right.
It
So
was
why are
early
you
days.
blaming Cho? Because
Shut
he
up
got in the
because I'm
best
talking.
position.
I didn't interrupt you.
It doesn't make sense what you're saying
I
to
Werner's
me.
don't
top
care.
defensive
No,
Just
no,
defender.
let
let
him
me finish
finish.
my
Let him
sentence.
go.
Common
Let me
sense.
Let
finish
him
my
finish,
sentence.
so then it will make sense.
Did Werner had the 6-minute chance in the 6th minute? No, Werner
No,
had
And
it
if
in
he
the
did,
second
would he have
half.
scored it?
It doesn't matter.
You
He
don't.
missed
Doesn't
it.
matter. Cho is the one that missed it.
Do you know what? Yeah. Do you know
All right,
what?
let me
No,
respond to
I
this.
want to
This is
finish
a
my
joke
sentence, Johnny. I want to
because
finish my sentence.
Cho was
I
the
want to
best, the
finish
best
my
chance of us
sentence.
scoring.
Sorry,
I
Jeff,
want to
quickly
finish
take a
my
pause.
sentence. Because of that chance, we did not go forward. We did not go in with game plan. We had to adapt. Another thing, the second person I'm blaming, it's Tuchel for not making the changes and for starting Warner in the first place.
Well, who else are you going to
second
start
person,
if you ain't got
and the
Kai?
third person I'm blaming is Robin Loftus-Cheek because he was too slow to release the ball
Yeah, I
in the
agree.
final third.
Facts.
That's my point.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Now you
and
can
that's-
talk.
Yeah,
Johnny,
I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you because Ziyech, especially, everyone's saying Ziyech had a great game. He didn't have a
No,
fucking
He was
great
awful.
game.
He was
No, he
awful.
didn't.
And
Oh,
I'll tell
guys,
you
guys,
why,
what are
yeah?
guys,
Hold on,
what are
guys. Hold on. I'll tell you why. The amount of times that guy lost the
I
fucking
know. Tell
ball
me about
in
it.
the final third was
Popcorn.
ridiculous. I can't believe he was on the pitch for 90 minutes. All
He
right,
kept on kicking the ball straight at the keeper as
Werner
well.
didn't make those runs and that movement that he has for Loftus-Cheek to release the ball when he had the opportunity. And the only times that Loftus-Cheek could release the ball was out fucking wide because Man United packed the midfield. All right. So our only outlets were out left or right. Yeah. All right. And Alonso and James weren't quite in those positions to make an impact. Cho was the only one making the runs and in the right position, in his position to actually be fed the ball so that we could attack United and get in behind them. Where was Werner? Where was Ziyech? Ziyech was nowhere to be seen every time Loftus-Cheek got the ball.
Facts.
All right. So when you say to me that Cho deserved to be taken off, I disagree. You bring on Pulisic and you bring on Mount and Lukaku, and you can put Cho as a wing back if he on the left side. Fuck's sake, you could do it on the left. It doesn't matter because United weren't threatening us.
We only have 3 subs, and if anybody gets injured, we're done.
First of all, Johnny, I understand academy is I understand academy has its own importance, and players coming from academy get special attention, and
it's got nothing to do with that. Where you got that from?
let me land.
Cho's been performing the last 5-6 games fantastic.
Facts.
He's been playing the last 10 games.
Why is it about
He's been playing the last 10 games, Johnny. How many goals has he scored? He's been playing.
It doesn't matter what. How many goals we scored as a
He's
team?
creating more chances than anyone.
Listen.
That's
another
discussion.
I won't have any
discussion about goals from our front line. Yeah, no one can dispute our goals in our front line is poor, but there's goals everywhere in the team. It doesn't matter. We're winning games.
I will not have any Cho slander here right at the moment. Yeah, he has been consistent. He deserves to start in this team, and he's been one of our most important players. However, he even came on Twitter himself and said, I should have scored them chances. So
but that's one chance. Jem, that's one chance he admitted. He's got minerals for saying that.
So could Werner.
Wait, that could have changed the game earlier.
That's the best thing in the game.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not 50-50.
That's not
it's
criticism
not 95-50.
I've always said the one thing about
Callum
99. Hudson-Odoi. 1 second. I've always said this one thing about Callum Hudson-Odoi. He needs to work on his final third finishing. He still does now. That's not a bad thing because he's still fucking young. He can improve that. It's fine to have little problems in your game. Not be the
Jem, we're playing well enough as a team right now where we've got goals in every part of our team, like City do. All right, we're not Liverpool where we just rely on our 2 Manes and Salahs. Yeah, we've got goals everywhere on our side. Now, if we do miss chances, there's other opportunities. Like we had the Rudiger chance at the end, and if it landed to Reece James, he probably would have scored it. All right, but my point is, Cho had that one chance. Yeah, no problem. But Lukaku, Havertz, Pulisic.
Werner,
everyone, Werner in our front line. They've
game.
All had many times they've been in those positions and they've missed those chances. Cho's been in that position. Hold on, bruv. Let me finish. Cho's been in that position once in this game.
You're waffling when I was speaking.
Bruv, we can go round and round. It's not a problem, but I ain't got time for it. Do you know what I mean? The point is, Cho,
you interrupted me.
Cho, listen. Cho admitted, that he should have finished that chance, but we created enough chances for anyone else to score and put the ball in net. So you cannot just blame Cho. It's not his fault that the rest of the team missed their chances. But when you say
in circles again.
When you're saying to me that you're criticizing Cho single-handedly, but you don't look at Ziyech, you don't look at Timo Werner, who played a full 90 minutes. Yeah,
you're missing the point. I'm not escaping Werner. I'm not escaping Ziyech. I'm not. They all 3 were bad at that game. But Cho chances were clear chances.
So did Werner.
He should have scored. No, it wasn't.
No,
it wasn't. Timo Werner wasn't
I've
clear
got a
chance.
clip of Werner with the ball in the box and he blasts it wide left.
Oh my God! If you think this is a clear chance, you're dumber than I thought you were.
He's a striker, for fuck's sake.
I don't give a crap.
He's a striker. He's a striker. He's a striker.
He had to bend it. between
If you're a
two
striker in the
defenders.
penalty box, are you not meant to get a
He
shot
had
on
to bend
target?
it round the player.
He
And
had
he's
to
also the
bend it
scapegoat of
around it.
Chelsea Football Club. That's
He
what I
had
will
to
say.
bend
But
it
you're a
around it.
striker, Alex.
All you had to do
Joe
was
was
compose
one versus
Alright,
yourself.
one.
Judge,
All you had to
let's
do was
keep it
compose
moving
yourself.
before you
Joe
escalate.
had one
comparing
versus
that-
one.
Are you seriously comparing that to a shot that Cho took from 40?
See, he seriously does.
I know he can't
That's
do
silly.
that.
That is silly. I'm sorry.
That is
I'm
40.
Look,
There is not
Werner.
even close, man.
We all know that Werner needs to score goals. I don't actually stick up for Werner. Yeah, I know that.
Neither
But
am I.
Callum Hudson-Odoi's chance in front of goal, 6 minutes in, was no. I'm sorry, was not nowhere near the same comparison as
This
Werner
is
volleying the
madness.
ball when there's about 600
Yeah,
people in
but
the box.
Jem, no
from a corner. That
disrespect
makes
to
no
everyone,
sense.
yeah? No disrespect to everyone. But if we didn't make that gift, give them that gift of the goal, they weren't scoring one fucking goal in that game. We would have won 1-0.
I
Well, no,
agree
we
with
would've lost.
that. I agree with
I
that.
agree as well.
Yeah,
I
so
agree.
so
We're
at
not
the end of the day, you can't
Johnny,
just
but
pinpoint
if
Cho.
Johnny,
Exactly.
look,
He's not blamed,
Exactly.
though. Cho's not getting blamed. My
Yeah.
issue is not just Cho. I just said that he should have scored. That's all I said. That would
Werner should have scored too.
Wait, you're missing
No,
the point.
he
Okay, let me
didn't,
just
you-
explain it one more time. Cho got the first chance of the game against Man United in the 6th minute of a game. The first chance. And for me, the easiest chance of the game to score. Now, if he scores that, it's a completely different game.
Exactly.
Why? Because it completely fucks up Man United's plan from the outset. They would have to have come out. There would have been space, and we would have beat them 2-3-0 for me. I think we would have. But because he didn't do that, yeah, I'm not saying it's his fault. I'm not saying it's all Cho's fault. I'm just saying it could have changed if he had scored. If Werner would have scored,
These are
his
shoulda,
chances,
woulda,
it would have
wouldas.
changed.
You know what I mean?
But he had the
like,
first chance.
you know, at the end of the day, it didn't go like that. That was the perfect scenario. 1-0, and they changed their game plan. It didn't work like that. It didn't happen.
No, Johnny, you're talking about would have chances, right? You still said that Werner should have finished it, or
Exactly.
Werner might not have finished it. You're still going by assumptions.
No, but my defense to Cho is Werner is an actual striker. That's what he is. So
Yeah.
as a striker, and you're in the penalty box, you should be instinctively hitting that target and making the goalie at least make a
What
save.
about the one where
Please,
Aaron
for the
Bissaka
love of
tackled
God,
Werner?
look at the replay of that chance for Werner,
Werner
please,
had
because I know for a fact that you did not watch that chance again, and look it up
You know what?
again.
I
and
actually wish Lukaku played yesterday and he missed them chances because I would have seen the same. I wanted to see the energy there.
Exactly.
Why would you? Why would you say that?
No, but I'm just saying
No,
because
like,
if he would have had, because it would have been completely
Jem,
spun
I
around.
would have
It's the
given
same
you
for
the same response.
That
When
is
it
a
comes
really
to
hard ball to
Lukaku,
score.
when he
That
came
is
on,
really hard
when
ball to
Lukaku
score.
came on, did he
Can I just
offer us
answer my one
anything
question?
at all?
Answer my one
Did we look any way different? And the answer is no, we didn't.
No, we didn't.
We
didn't
did.
look
Oh, we
any
didn't.
We
different.
did.
Sir,
We
Johnny,
No, we
did.
didn't.
Mount
didn't.
almost
Answer
found
my
Lukaku
one
twice
question.
in
I
the
just
box.
have
We
one
did
Do you know what?
Okay,
Yeah,
so
Mount played the ball
hold
out
on,
wide
hold
to
on.
the right. Ziyech played it back.
So when
yeah?
Lukaku
And
set
instead
Ziyech
of
up, what
instead
did
of
Ziyech do
seeing
with it?
Mount's run into the box, which was perfect for a shot, he just poked it in like aimlessly. All right, when he could have cut back and we could have had a shot on target. All right, these are things. Ziyech should not have been on that pitch. He shouldn't have been on that pitch.
What's your agenda against Ziyech here? Johnny.
I don't know where this conversation is going, but at the
No,
end
do
of
I?
the
But we
day,
need to
right,
move it on anyway because it's going around in circles,
Johnny,
isn't it?
Johnny, the question for you.
we
Johnny,
can't blame a miss in the 6th minute when we had 84 minutes to make things right.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can. You know how? Let me answer, Daniel. Let me answer,
No, hold on.
Daniel.
Let me finish. Let me
No.
finish
Not the end,
speaking.
but-
No, I
If
have
we're
one
going to
question
do
for the
that,
panel.
then
I have
every
one
single
question for the
game, whoever misses the first chance or misses the first big chance, we're blaming them if we don't win.
Fuck.
It's gonna be as
Yes,
simple as that.
You're missing
I'm
one
okay
big
with
point.
that.
If we're going to do that moving forward,
I
then
am
okay.
okay with that.
Dan,
I am okay
Dan.
with that.
Forget who
I
has
think
the
that's
chance.
low level
My thing
football
is,
analysis,
Dan,
but
my thing,
yeah,
Dan,
we can
my
definitely
thing
do that
isn't
and be
about.
petty.
Hey,
But it's
Dan,
low
Jim,
my
I
level.
think probably my question for the panel, right?
1 second, VJ, 1 second, mate, please, 2 seconds, because it's going out of hand and it's completely being misled. It's just frustrating me now. My issue is not who's getting the chance in the 6th minute in games and who's missing it. My issue is that the way Chelsea have played recently, the first 20 minutes are so pivotal in terms of how we win the game. Because if we score like we have been doing early, we usually go and win 3-4-0. Now, there's 2 periods in games for me of Chelsea where we either we smash teams. If we don't do it in the first 20 minutes, it's usually from the 45 to the 60th minute. They're the 2 periods where we come out fast. Tuchel seems to have been drilling them to do so, and we usually tend to get our goals for me. That's
The
what I'm
bottom
saying.
line,
I
Jem,
am
is
That's
the
what I'm
team.
saying. It's the way that we're playing recently, which is why I'm saying in the first 20 minutes, if we would have scored,
Exactly.
it could have been a
That's my
different
point.
game.
Yeah, but Jem,
That
that's
is-
fine. That's fine, and I agree.
listen,
But the bottom line is the
hold on.
team.
Here's
Tuchel's
what I'll
team
say to that.
selection was wrong. It was wrong.
Hold on,
The
Johnny.
team selection
They're
was
all
completely
responsible.
wrong.
Johnny,
What you're
just-
saying is right, but they're all responsible in scoring that first 20 minutes, right?
Yeah, I agree.
If Cho misses his chance in the 6th minute,
Yeah.
what happened the rest of those 14 minutes for the rest of them to create a chance and score?
I agree.
Exactly.
There's nothing wrong with that. I agree, but the chance that was created landed to Cho. That's all it was. That
The
was
chance
it.
that he created landed to
So
Cho, and he missed it, and he
if
took
it landed to
responsibility
Werner, I
for
would have
that.
said the same thing.
But I
If it
also
landed to
blame
Ziyech,
those guys for not creating
Rudiger
chances.
missed the chance.
Hold on. You don't get more credit, or you don't get less of the blame because you were hiding or because you didn't create any chance. You don't get that.
I'm not saying,
he wasn't at fault for not
Daniel,
missing. Why did you
you're
not create
missing the
chances?
point.
Dan-
You're missing
Dan-
the point.
Dan,
We're not blaming.
we're not missing a point here, right? Just let me
We're
ask
not.
one
We're not.
question, right?
I'm blaming. I'm blaming.
just a second.
What's his name? Ziyech and Warner.
Exactly.
Both of
We're
them.
all getting
No,
blamed.
Redneck, I've heard your
But-
list. Number one on your list was Cho for missing in the 6th
Exactly.
minute. That's what I'm addressing. So you
Okay.
can't tell me I'm addressing the wrong thing when you said number one is Cho because he missed in the 6th minute, and that's
He
what
missed the biggest
Yes.
chance of the game.
Hold on a second.
Why is our biggest
well,
chance of the game in the 6th minute?
Yeah, but
did
that can
Cho
happen.
create any
That's-
chances
Was
for any
that
other
biggest
player?
chance?
Hold on.
Didn't
Let me ask
Rudiger
you a
have a good
question.
chance?
Against a
Didn't
team
Rudiger
that,
have a good
against a
chance?
team that sat
Cho-
back the entire game,
Daniel,
they
did
created
Cho
nothing. We had 24
create-
shots.
Daniel, did Cho create clear-cut chances for any other player?
You're going into a different conversation right now.
Why?
We're addressing the miss on the 6th minute. Yes or no? That's
Yes.
what
And
we said.
you also
Okay.
addressed
If
the
you
other
want to go
14
back to that,
minutes.
yes, I still standing behind my word. I blame it particularly on that loss. Cho first, Tuchel second, and
I mean,
what's his name?
But
That's it.
No,
That's my-
Tuchel should
it's
be
my
first.
opinion.
Why is Cho first?
Exactly. I think number one is
Because
Werner.
Tuchel
Tuchel
did
got
not
the
have
team selection wrong, and he
He
should
should
have
have
made
picked Bell.
changes
He should
when
have
he
picked
should have.
Bell.
Tuchel did not have a chance 1-1.
No. Tuchel
Yes,
laid
yes,
out the
players.
team.
Tuchel
He,
played
laid,
players.
he chose the team, right?
I think we're
And
missing
he
the point.
chose
Can we
when
move
to
on?
make the decisions to make the
I'd have
to
substitutions, and they were
Mount
both
should have
mistakes.
played. Mount should have played.
to be honest, you're not gonna argue
Yeah,
with the
Mount
guy's
should have played.
selection.
Let's just move on. I think I think the way it's being explained is being
I
resent
still
into an
not
agenda,
managed to-
but it's
I
not.
still
It's just about the way that we play. That's what, from my perspective. I know Redneck's saying he blames Cullum. I don't blame Cullum for that. I'm just saying it could have changed the game.
Yeah, but Jem,
That's
do you know how difficult it is to play against a low
No,
block
the reason why I'm
three-man
blaming Cho is
defensive
because
midfield?
I know how
against
much
United.
the first goal important for
Guys,
Chelsea.
I'd
That's
like,
why I'm blaming
I'd like
Cho.
an answer
Because
from-
I know
I'd
how
like
much
an
the
answer
first
from
goal
panel.
is
Let's move
count.
on. Let's move on.
No, no,
Let's not stick
I-
to that
I'd
game.
like
I don't
an
want to stick
answer
to that
from
game, man.
Jim,
Let's not-
I'd like an answer from the panel for this question.
Go on quickly.
What we're trying to say here, every player is bad. Whoever played on the front three for the Man United second fiddle defense, Manchester United's second fiddle defense was not able to crack anything, and we still managed to score only one goal, and the front three was ineffective. My question is, what is wrong in us trying a different front three for this game? What is stopping you from doing that? We've seen them not being effective against the second fiddle Manchester United. All the new front three. We have a new front three here. We've got 4 options for a front three.
We were playing against a Brexit United, Brexit Burnley FC United. That's what we played against. It's very difficult to break down a team that is just playing for a draw and a low block, especially with the quality they have in attack. So you have to be very cautious on their counter, which we saw with the mistake we made. All right.
So
So
Jorginho should have never been there. let's be
what I
serious.
would use.
There wasn't a counter.
No,
There
no, but if
wasn't a
Kovacic or
counterattack.
Kante was playing, we wouldn't have given that away because you would have had Kante instead of Jorginho there. I think
I would
where
have
we
had
where we
Jorginho.
lost the game from the start and why I was nervous is because we didn't have Kante in the side. If we had Kante in the side, I'd be very, very confident because I feel that he just offers you that protection and that defensive work that no one else can give you in our side, especially when you ain't got Mason Mount in there. And Tuchel's mistake was not playing Mason Mount and not playing Lukaku. He should have played
Samuel
Lukaku,
Agundana.
and he could have taken him off in the 60th minute and brought on a Werner or a Kai Havertz. And he should have played Mason Mount for a big game like this.
Lukaku couldn't
Yeah, but
play
you're right there,
15
Abs. We should have
minutes. Let's
converted
not
all our
do that.
chances. That's true. That's facts. Like what you're saying there is true.
He said
we had-
Lukaku wasn't fit enough to play 15 minutes. Let's stop bringing Lukaku up. He wasn't fit enough to play.
No, he wasn't fit enough to play, and that's
Well,
fair
if he
enough.
wasn't fit enough, he shouldn't have even come on then.
What?
But he has to start
We
playing minutes.
we
That's
were
my point.
desperate
Tuchel brought him
for
on.
a goal.
Yeah.
We
He
were
wasn't
desperate
fit
for a
enough for
goal,
90
and we didn't create anything, did we?
Yes, we did actually.
I would have bought Sterling for Mount.
I think
What did
Lukaku
what
would
did
have
we
scored
what
if
did
we
we
had another
create?
team.
The Rudiger chance.
The Rudiger chance, the chance for Ziyech. We created 2 chances in 10 minutes or 7 minutes, whatever time it was that he was on.
Yeah,
So
because United were tired. That's why.
they were tired the entire time. They did nothing.
They were tired from chasing the ball for 90
Exactly.
minutes.
I don't know.
And we gave
So
him a
what's the point of this questioning? Are we trying to say like we're not creating chances with Lukaku? Like, what's the point? You wanted him to play. He did come on late. We did
No,
create
Lukaku
chances.
needs
We
to
didn't
play.
score. So
Yeah, Lukaku needs to play.
I'm not sure.
I think Lukaku needs to play. I keep saying it. He needs minutes. This thing of he
Yeah.
can't play against Watford because he
He's gonna
hasn't
play
played
like
much
45
football.
Yeah, and
I
he
want
should
him
have
to
played
play
Mason
against West
Mount.
Ham.
He should have
I want him
played
to play
Mason
against
Mount
West
as
Ham. He
well.
needs to get minutes against Watford so he can start West Ham. He needs to start for me.
All right,
I need
Jam,
to
I'm
see
gonna
more.
go. I'll see you,
Redneck, see
man.
you later, mate. See you later.
Sorry.
Take it.
Johnny,
But
see
yeah,
you later.
See you later.
let's move on. I am going to finish off soon, actually, myself, to be
Minerals.
honest as well. But in terms of this game against Watford, let's do some score predictions. We haven't done that yet. Daniel, what's your score predictions, mate?
I don't even know. 2-0.
2-0. Fair enough. Even with all the injuries, you don't see anything going wrong in this game, Dan, whatsoever.
I definitely do. It depends on what we start with and how much like energy we have, and we'll see. Well, I'm not confident, but there's no reason why we shouldn't be good enough to beat Watford. They're terrible.
No, I'm not slandering Ziyech because he's playing instead of Mount.
Why did I
I'm
bring
slandering Ziyech because I'm not even slandering him. I'm just
I know you're
criticising.
not. I agree with you.
He was not good enough to play the 90 minutes. He lost the ball so many fucking times. It was so
And he gave fouls away.
frustrating.
Kept running into people, taking them out.
And he's weak and he
Yeah.
doesn't make the right decisions. And I'm sorry, he didn't deserve to be on the pitch.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back to score predictions.
What are you saying, VJ?
First of all, I agree to disagree in terms of Ziyech, but my score predictions would be 1-0.
Fair enough. Minerals?
I'm going for a 4-0.
Who's scoring? Lukaku hat-trick?
Well,
Yeah,
I
boys,
think
I'll catch you later.
Lukaku can bag in this game if he starts. I think Mount will score. And either a Cho or a Pulley.
That's fair enough, isn't it? That's
I think we'll go out and beat them quite comfortably. I can't see them scoring against us. Our defence is too good.
Yeah, no, I hear that. Hassan?
3-0. Like I say, we consistently create 3 goal scoring chances a game. So if we're clinical, it'll be 3 goals to us. And if our defense is on point, it'll be obviously 0. I will keep a clean sheet. So I'm going 3-0.
W?
Yeah, I think it'll be a simple 2-0 win.
Yeah, that's fair enough, bro.
Try with Jorginho.
Come on. Yeah. Come on, Daniel, what are you saying?
I'd like to thank Ranieri for everything he did for Chelsea before he left. Yeah, but it's going to be the same as Johnny, 4-0.
Yeah, it's 4-0.
I'm going to go over 3-0. Lukaku to score, Pulisic to score, and Alonso. Tell you why, I've just got this weird feeling he's going to score one again, and everyone's going to be like, he's back. Alonso, Marco, Alberto Alonso, whatever you've been calling him these days.
Yeah, and don't forget, at the start of the season, we had Alonso and Aspilicueta, Ocho playing right and left wing back, correct?
Yeah, it still wasn't good
and
enough.
we were winning games
Yeah,
comfortably.
I
I think for these games it'll be all right, but for the big games, that's where you want you want.
Well, Johnny, I
James
think the level from Chilwell to James is from where they have set the levels of how they play that in that system to where Alonso and Aspie is when they play it is well below for me.
Because
you
they're
got
too
to
slow.
remember,
It fits
Jim,
the
that
system.
Alonso didn't have any run up to this game against United. All right, he's had no minutes, so he's just been thrown in. He was off it. He was at a second.
Yeah, but he's just
off.
not that level. That's what I'm saying. Anyway,
No, but
even if he is, you know his level.
We know Alonso's got minerals, man. He's an experienced player, and
Respect Alonso.
I think Alonso, he's got that goal threat as well for a left wing back. We know he's slow, but if you're not playing against pacey opposition, I ain't got to worry.
That's my problem anyway. I just think he hasn't got the pace to
Watford have lots of pace though.
Huh?
Watford have
No,
lots-
Sarah, no, Dennis. So where's the pace coming from?
They haven't got it in this game. That's my point.
Yeah. No, I'm not worried about Watford. I'm just talking about in the long run. Like we will win games with him in the team, 100%.
He's going to have to bring Maatsen back, or he's
yeah, I
going
just
to
think that the
have to buy
systems.
someone.
I think the
Harvey
system.
Bell. Harvey Bell.
I think the
He's
system
more of
is
a 10,
heavily
though.
reliant. I think the system is heavily reliant on our wing backs, and that's why I say Reece James and Chilwell are so important into the way that we play. And when they're not there, you'll start to see that it's not the system's just not at the same for me.
James looked tired.
Billy
in the
Gilmore at
United
wing
game.
back.
James looked tired for me.
I think
Well,
Reece
no,
James is going to play the
but you
season
know
so
why,
far.
don't you? Because we are heavily going to go down the right now. You do know that, didn't you? We're going to be a lot of our play is going to be unbalanced because it's going to be putting to Reece James to do more with the ball. Than
Yeah,
what
but
Alonso
we
does.
didn't do that against United. We're going down the left all the time.
Yeah.
No, Reece James was getting doubled up on every time. Every time he got the
Yeah,
ball
because
down
that's our threat. But that's
Trent
why we
wasn't
had, to
getting enough
go, we had
stuff.
to go Alonso route all the time.
Yeah.
And they wanted that. They played a great game. United, you've got to give credit to United. They came with a game plan.
Yeah.
And it worked, and we gifted them a goal. Otherwise, we would have probably nicked it 1-0. All right, and that's just the way these games go 50-50. These big games, they always go.
But you don't
Even
have
if a
25
team's not
shots,
playing well, they're
Johnny.
United. They're Manchester United, regardless.
They
They've
are,
got
but you have
quality.
25 shots against Man United and 15 corners. Like, come on.
Yeah, but how many times did we make the goalie save out of those 25 shots?
We only had 6 on target. It was not good enough. That's my point. It's not good enough. 6 on target at 25 is poor.
Yeah, but it's the same old story for
and
Chelsea.
we're not good on corners. We just don't have that aerial. I don't know. Barring Thiago Silva and maybe Rudiger on the odd occasion, we're not
Lukaku.
or Lukaku maybe, but we've got to see more of that. But this is why we bang on about Zuma. Zuma was good from corners. He used to be an outlet because you just knew he was always going to win the header. So I don't know. We'll move anyway, guys. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Like I said, I am not going to be around for the next 2 days, so I won't be able to do the review on
Gilmore.
Thursday. But
that's a great point. Billy Gilmore would have been perfect for that game.
Fact.
Fucking perfect.
I'm back.
And I'll tell you why. Because he's so quick. His brain intelligence, his passing, his aggression, his vision. He would have been perfect for that game. Because the ball was too slow in this game for us.
Gilmore's been pulling out as well for Norwich.
Yeah, I know he is, but that's a story for another day, guys. We'll save that one. He might come back in January if we still have injuries.
Yeah, bring him back. Bring Billy Esther's
Guys, I'll be back Friday. Preview show for West Ham. Maybe a Prem show as well for Friday. But Wednesday, Thursday, like I said, I am going away with family. Going to chill for 2 days, have a little break with them. And I'll be back. I will be back and we'll be back on it again. But you guys, all thanks for coming in. Hopefully Chelsea beat Watford. And we will respond, especially with the big game against West Ham on the weekend, which is a big game.
One thing, Jem, our reviews up for mine and Abdallah's reviews up for Chelsea, Man United.
Nice. Yeah, go and check out Shed and Shotters as well, which is Daniel and Abs's YouTube channel that they've recently created. Go and subscribe to them as well, guys. But before you leave here, comment, smash the likes, subscribe as well. Go on the road to 3.3K. Take care. See you again soon. Peace out.
Up the Chelsea.